I just got over $165 in free stock from one of my favorite investing websites. In this video, I'll reveal my free stock on Robinhood and 3 ways you can get more money. We're talking free investing apps today on Let's Talk Money. Beat debt, make money, make your money work for you. Creating the financial future you deserve. Let's Talk Money. Joseph Hogue with the Let's Talk Money channel here on YouTube. I want to send a special shout out to everyone in the community. Thank you for taking a part of your day to be here. If you're not part of that community yet, just click that little red subscribe button. It's free and you'll never miss an episode. So wow, I just started on the Robinhood investment app a couple of months ago in a review of free investing apps here on the channel, and I have been absolutely amazed at this website. In just 2 months, I've collected over $165 in free stock and have paid $0 in investing fees. Now I've collected 6 shares of free stock on the platform, with 1 share alone worth $133. For this video, I wanted to show you how easy it is to get started on that Robinhood app. I'll reveal those 6 shares of stock, and then I'm going to show you 3 ways to get even more free money. So I recently reviewed Robinhood and 2 other free investment websites here on the channel, and these are so important, folks. Fidelity reports the average investor makes 88 trades a year. Now that's more than $400 in fees, even on some of the cheapest investing platforms, and it adds up to tens of thousands of dollars in lost money over a lifetime of investing. Not only does Robinhood let you invest totally free, you'll never pay a commission to buy or sell stocks. It has this program that gives you a free share of stock. Now that free stock program works in a couple of different ways. You get a free share when you sign up on the website, and I've left a link in the video description below to get that first free share. Then you get your own link that you can share, and whenever someone uses your link to join, you get another free share. It is that easy, and after revealing that $165 in free stock that I've collected, I'm going to show you 3 ways to get as much as possible on the app. So here we are on the Robinhood investment app, and anytime you get to a free stock, the site's going to notify you by email. You click up here on the free stocks in the menu, and you'll go to this page where you can claim your free shares. Now I've got 5 of these that I need to claim, so let's click on each of these to see which free stock I get. Besides just getting that free money, which is pretty awesome, Robinhood kind of makes this into a game. So it's going to pick at random a stock worth between $3 to $175 in this kind of pick a card game. Now seriously, using these 3 tips that I'm going to share with you now, you're going to be checking your account every day just to see which free stock you get. It is that much fun, and you can make that much money. So now clicking on this first reward, and then I pick one of these spinning cards and a free share of Ford, ticker F, worth $8.81. Now Ford's been a tough investment for a couple of years, but I really like the long-term play here. I actually did a complete stock analysis of the company a couple of months ago, and I still believe in the long-term upside. Ford pays a very attractive 6.7% dividend yield, and it's really the entire car industry that's been struggling, so not necessarily any major missteps from Ford's management. That cash for clunkers program and super low rates after the recession really boosted new car sales, and now the automakers are paying for it. We have to work through that huge supplies of cars in the used market, and then people are going to start buying new again. But management has made those tough decisions to turn the company around, cutting to 9 platforms on which it makes cars, and it had a stellar first quarter in the restructuring program. The company is well ahead on electric and autonomous vehicles and farther along than I think the market is giving it credit for, so I'll take that free share any day. We go back to the free stocks page on Robinhood and click on our next free reward, a free share of General Electric, ticker GE, worth $7.80. GE is another stock that's had its trouble lately, with the shares plunging in August on accusations of an accounting scandal. Now, as I'm making this video, there is no proof that those accusations, and it's a little suspicious because the guy making the call has been hired by a company shorting the stock. So is everything perfect at the company? Clearly not, or it wouldn't be here in the first place, but there are some questions about the motives behind those accusations as well. As for the company, past management has made some really bad moves, taking on debt and putting too much into the power business. Shares are down 74% from 2016, and management cut the dividend last year to protect cash flow. Full disclosure, I also own shares in a personal portfolio, so I own shares themselves and options to buy more. What I will say is that the new CEO, Larry Culp, has made some solid decisions on where to cut and what to sell. The company has paid down a net $29 billion in debt over the last 2 years and still has some great assets. Will this stock rebound fast? Hell no. This is one that's probably going to be painful for investors for at least another year, but I do think it will rebound, and I'm holding it on for the long term. Back to our free stocks page on Robinhood and click on our next reward, a free share of Tronics, ticker TROX, worth $7.41. Now, to be honest, I had never heard of the company until I got this free stock. It's a $1.3 billion specialty chemical and miner based out of Stamford, Connecticut. Pays a 1.7% dividend yield, and the shares have surged out of the gate to April this year, almost doubling. then it kind of tanked and are down 2.9% so far against a gain of 14% on the S&P 500. Now, what kind of surprised me about Tronix is that it runs both the mining operations for its feedstock as well as the chemical production side for paints and coatings. Now, that does help the company control costs through that supply chain, but it can also lead to less efficiency in those segments. Now, both segments, chemicals and mining, have taken a hit since the trade war reignited this year, so I think that explains a lot of the weakness here. The company has a fairly strong balance sheet with net debt of about $1 billion after removing current assets, so I wouldn't mind holding on to this one for a while either. 3 more stocks left, so back to our free stocks page on Robinhood and click on the next reward. A free share of SiriusXM, ticker SIRI, worth $5.97. Now, Sirius is probably my least favorite of the group so far. It actually beat the market by about 20% over the 5-year period, but it's fallen really hard since mid-2018. The radio service has a nice advantage in its partnership with car makers for installation in new cars, but I think that Pandora acquisition was kind of a bad move. Streaming music is just really competitive with Spotify and Apple both in the field. I do like the fixed royalty agreement Sirius has with music providers, which is going to give it that slight cost advantage over other streaming services. Churn for customers is very low at 2%, so the company should be able to add subscribers, and the shares could see those highs again eventually. Now, my first free stock on Robinhood when I opened the account was actually a share of Groupon for $2.32, and yeah, this was another one that didn't really trip my trigger. Groupon plunged immediately following its 2011 IPO, and it really hasn't done much since. On the other hand, the company has a rock-solid balance sheet with about a third of its market cap in net cash. That's a balance sheet of cash of about $600 million versus long-term debt of just $210 million and a market value on the company of about $1.3 billion. Now, is this a company with a huge defensible advantage in its business, kind of like what I like to look for in stocks? No, but it does have a size advantage over smaller daily deal websites, and it's still cash flow positive. Shares are at an all-time low right now, but have been double that within the last year. So I'm putting this one in my lottery ticket stock list, and I'll hold on to it for the ride. Now for our last free stock on Robinhood, clicking on that reward and a free share of Microsoft, ticker MSFT, worth $133.10. Wow, not only did I just get a stock worth $133 free, but this one's on fire with a 225% return over the past 5 years. I just published a complete analysis of Microsoft shares as well, looking at those Wall Street price targets that put the shares as high as 163 over the next year. Now, the company's cloud business has been booming, posting 64% year-over-year growth, and earnings are expected 10% higher this year on just 9.8% growth in sales. Not only is this a trillion-dollar company then with very strong growth, it's also increasing profitability as well, so reporting an operating profit margin of 32% over margins of just 25% in 2017. Now, in my own analysis, which I did before I got this free stock, I said those price targets of $163 were a little bit high. And my own target for the shares is closer to about $150 each, but that's still 13% higher on top of that 1.3% dividend yield. Now, that's over $165 in free stock on Robinhood, and some of these are solid dividend payers, so that portfolio is going to cash flow every few months. Now I want to reveal 3 ways you can get more free stock on the Robinhood app, 3 hacks to get more free money. First is just to open an account. That's it. Use that link in the video description below and you'll get a free share of stock just for opening that account. I love the Robinhood app because of that no-fee investing, and it's one of the easiest investment websites you'll find. You can buy or sell stocks, ETFs, options, and even mutual funds. You can even buy cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin on the app. Now, next you'll go to the free stocks page and get your special referral link. Now, this is going to be the link that you use when you want to tell somebody about the investment app. And here's my second trick. You're going to want to share this on your social media accounts, so on Facebook and Twitter, wherever social media profiles you have. But just sharing your link on Facebook isn't going to work. You have to personally tell people about it and why they should sign up. So what works best here is doing that direct message to your contacts, your friends and your families. Now, this doesn't have to be a pushy thing either, though. Just ask if they're using an investment website and if they've ever heard of Robinhood. You can tell them about the free stock program and just ask them to use your link if they sign up. It's so easy because who doesn't want free money? This next hack is going to be a little bit harder, but definitely one you want to check out, and it could become an income source even beyond that Robinhood free stock program. Share your experience with Robinhood on a blog or on a YouTube channel just like I'm doing here. It costs nothing to start on YouTube, and that mini video recording studio that you call a smartphone, that's all the equipment you're ever going to need. Even if you don't feel like you know enough about investing yet, it's sharing that personal story, your experience learning about it. It's going to be more powerful than you know, and it's going to draw people to your channel. Click on the video to the right here to see that review of my favorite free investing apps, M1 Finance, Robinhood, and the Acorns app. I'll talk pros and cons of each and which are best for the different types of investors. It's not which is best, but which is best for you. Don't forget to click on that link in the video description to get your free stock on Robinhood and join us in the Let's Talk Money community by tapping that subscribe button.